Kathie J. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome to the Kathie J Show. Thank you for hanging out with me this half hour. I'm so thrilled that you're joining us today. I hope you're having a good day so far and that it continues to go well. So thanks for keeping up with me on social media as well. You can catch us at our YouTube channel or KathieJShow.com. So, all right, everybody. Today we're getting into, we're getting into forgiveness. Forgive me for my white legs when you see the camera pull back, everybody. But you know what? Forgiveness, for real, it's all about like letting go of all those built up feelings of hurt, revenge, resentment. Somebody's done you wrong. It could be your parent, whoever it is. It's that feeling. But getting rid of it could be so difficult. So here with advice on how to reach forgiveness is our emotional healing coach, Rebeccah Silence.
Hello, everybody. I am so grateful to be here talking about this so important topic.
Yeah, you're the one that said, Kathie, we need to talk about forgiveness. And I was like, if you're feeling it, let's go for it. Okay, so what's forgiveness?
So to me, the simplest way to talk about what forgiveness is forgiveness means your heart is open and you're loving and willing to give the best of you.
Okay.
Even as much as you did before the hurt.
Okay.
So you're going back to being the love you are, the best of you, even as much as you did before the hurt occurred.
Okay, so if I have to forgive someone though, Rebeccah,
there's
been damage done to me that is preventing me to getting back to who I was before it was done.
Or you're hurt, and let's just keep it that simple. The second we go into a damage was done to me story, we're in a victim consciousness.
I know, but you have to go through that role, don't you? Because we could be victimized from our parents.
Listen, I've had cancer and a 5% chance to live. I've had the most traumatic childhood, literally, my coach at one point said she had ever worked with. I am not saying the events didn't occur.
Okay.
But if you see yourself as damaged,
I get that.
We're screwed.
If that's the label you're always putting on yourself.
Let's say the event occurred, but it doesn't have to define you.
Okay.
And the forgiveness work is about separating yourself from that event and from the hurt.
Okay.
It's not an appendage. The hurt, the trauma, the abuse, the event, it's not like a part of you that you have to live with for the rest of your life.
I know, but so many of us do. We can't let go of it. We make that the new thing that defines us.
Right, and it doesn't have to. And then I don't actually want us letting go.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
I want us forgiving.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Okay. Why?
Because letting go, again, has you identifying with the hurt on such a level that it becomes you. So when I had cancer, it wasn't my cancer.
Right.
It wasn't me. There were cancer cells in my body.
Okay.
My soul is separate from the cancer.
Okay.
Right?
You separate yourself from the trauma.
Our soul, who we really are, is separate from the hurt.
Okay.
So we have to let go of the need to keep it with us like a security blanket.
I know, but let's instead of your cancer, let's say like molestation. Okay, but if someone can't let that go, because now it has defined them, how they sexually are attracted to people, whatever it is. How do they forget that?
So I'm not wanting us to forget it because it's always going to be a part of our story.
So you can forgive but not forget.
So exactly.
Okay.
I am not saying forget.
Okay.
I am saying you can get to the point where when you have a memory or when something reminds you of this trauma, you don't have to go into a trauma response.
Right. Or live your life for years in the trauma response.
Right. The past repeats in different patterns with different characters until it's healed.
Oh yeah, no, we've talked about that, and we'll get into more the toxins, everybody, of not dealing with it.
But the forgiveness means I trust myself again. I love myself again. I know myself again.
And that's so important.
That's what it is. I don't care what happened. Okay.
Right. Okay. But
and believe me, my story is colorful.
I know it is. So everybody, when we come back, we're going to find out who forgiveness is really for.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's for us. We got a learning lesson coming up next.
Kathie J.
The Colorado Lottery is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Colorado Lottery, play on. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Today we're talking about the importance of forgiveness. The importance of forgiveness.
Yes, Kathie.
Emotional healing coach Rebeccah Silence is back with us. I love you, Rebeccah.
I love you so much.
Okay,
this
so
great.
Going into the break, you were saying forgiveness is
for you, meaning it's your right to be free.
Yeah, right.
And here's how I want us to think about it. You don't need to go into a victim identification based on an event as a prerequisite to healing or growth.
Okay.
You don't need a breakdown to have a breakthrough.
Okay.
The whole point is you deserve to be free. No matter what you've done and no matter what's happened.
I totally get that. I totally get that. And so the forgiveness then is for us.
It is for you. So I think one of the misconceptions and the myths when it comes to forgiveness is if I forgive them, then they got away with it. If I forgive them, they get a free pass.
It just gets...
If I forgive them, then that means now
that it was
I
all
have
okay.
risen above
and
I am understanding that they did what they did and that makes it okay. That is not what we're talking about.
Thank God.
Okay, at all. Believe me, right?
Okay,
and you can love people
right.
and you can have an open heart and you can be your best and have boundaries where certain people, this is a no for me.
Right.
To talk to you, to be around you,
right.
to engage with you,
but
to
I've let
associate
go
with you.
How you hurt me, I've let that go.
You have let go of the story that they hurt you.
The story, that's such a good way to say it.
That is how you know you've forgiven. There's no more story that they hurt you or life hurt you or something happened to you. Here's the deal. It happened.
Right.
It's over. It's finished.
I know.
It no longer needs to define you.
I know, but what happened could have put us back. It could have lost a job.
I have been in therapy and coaching and every freaking seminar I could get my hands on for 20 years to heal my highly traumatic life. right. And
the worst of the worst has happened to you.
I'm just saying,
And you found a way to just say, that moment in my life, I forgive it.
No, I have found a way to feel through the emotions that are underneath the anxiety and the depression and the story. There's only 5. Anger, fear, grief, joy, excitement. So you should have seen me yesterday, bawling like a baby before my radio show in New York. My course I just did, we'll talk about it later. All of the final materials were in my inbox. And I was in a grief, like everything it took. All these seminars, 20 years, and here we are. So my point is, you can be in a full-on 10 out of 10 emotional experience just because, not because of a trauma. And yes, when there's a trauma, there's emotions that your body is storing that are stuck in you. And then will do anything but feel the emotion.
That's exactly right.
And the forgiveness work is like, I am willing to open up Pandora's box so all of this stuff in that box isn't ruining or running my life anymore.
I know, you got to free yourself from the toxins, because the toxins is what you just said, the anxiety, the depression.
Well, and the trauma, the person, the disease, it's not bigger or more powerful than you. You are more powerful. You are bigger. You are stronger.
How do you start? You start saying, I'm going to deal with these emotions now.
You
Open
start
up
by
the box
saying,
of how the divorce went down, or how my parent was never there for me, or whatever that is.
Let's make it simple.
Right.
Here's the deal. Possibility still exists.
Okay.
You have to know you get to be free of this.
Yeah, right.
The first step is to no longer be in a belief that it's impossible to heal from the trauma.
Okay.
That's the epidemic.
Actually true. You're right.
Right?
You're
like,
right.
We're in this epidemic where the trauma, I just have to manage my way through my life. I have to survive my way through my life in spite of this. Screw that. That gives those people way too much power.
And you're absolutely right. So when we come back, everybody, we're going to talk about the forgiveness and who has the power. Do you have to tell the person you're forgiving them?
I can't wait to go there.
We'll be back.
Kathie J.
Ramos Law is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. He's a medical doctor and a lawyer. Ramos Law, what makes us different makes us better.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show. So Rebeccah and I, during the commercial break, we're like, are you sure, Rebeccah? Are you sure you can forgive somebody that did this? What about this? What about this? And she keeps saying yes, because you got to separate everybody. So everybody, this is Rebeccah Silence, our emotional life coach. Hi. Okay, so go ahead, explain it one more time. When you are forgiving, you're doing what?
You are creating an experience of inner peace for yourself that is your right.
Okay.
That is what is happening. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-love. So it really is for you, and it is important, I think, to see people through eyes of compassion versus seeing them through your woundedness. And I think it's really important to get out of a place of woundedness as just what you think life is going to be.
Okay, so, and that's all good. So one more time, expect life to hit you. Okay,
I'm
and
just
when
saying-
that happens and someone does that to you,
Here's the deal.
don't let it define
Life
you.
is happening.
Uh-huh.
And we
It
all have
is.
our different 10 out of 10 heartbreaks, wounds,
Totally.
traumas.
Right.
Everyone, there is no one immune.
You're right.
Right? We all have had our heart broken. I think the beauty of that is we have our heart broken because we cared.
Yes.
Because we loved.
Yes.
The tragedy is when we go, my heart broke, so now I'm not going to love anymore.
Right, totally.
Right? The opposite of forgiveness is shutting your heart down. And we get to love. And just because one person wasn't ready
Right.
for you,
Right.
doesn't mean you're too much or you're not enough or you're not lovable.
You're right. And so, right, because you're lovable. I'm lovable. You're lovable.
Yes.
Right. And we're lovable. And it's just, so here's what I want to know is someone has done you wrong. It's a thing
Someone
that
has done what they've done.
someone has, see? Because if you say done you wrong, you're putting the
Victim
negative.
story.
Don't be a victim.
Or you're ready to go
Yeah,
fight a
true.
battle and not be the best version of yourself that way either.
Right. So say somebody, I don't know, say somebody robbed you, okay?
Yeah.
And you now have gotten over the fact that you'll never get that necklace back that your grandma gave you, that you, whatever it was that's been taken from you. Now I'm over it. Do I need to go tell that person I forgive you?
Okay, this is so good. Absolutely not. I've had clients who were raped, molested,
Yes.
cheated on, abandoned by a parent, and then the person's dead.
Oh, okay.
And then they work with me, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, they're dead. Now, how am I ever going to forgive them?" It's a you with you game you're in. It's a you getting back to your best, and
It has nothing to do with them and their world.
it has to do with, again, seeing them through eyes of compassion.
Okay.
But you taking the power back.
Okay.
Right? Because again, the past, the pain, the person.
Yeah.
Why do they get to run your life
Yes,
and ruin it?
right.
No. And when we're all lovable, yes.
Yeah.
But have standards. Don't take crap just because this person is lovable. I used to trauma bond with people in such a way where I'd be like, oh, I get why they're doing what they're doing. I know their story.
Right.
I understand. No. Like, I can understand, and that doesn't mean I will be spoken to this way, treated this way, neglected, abused, whatever. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't have standards.
Okay.
And that's what I mean by boundaries. Know
I'm
your
right.
standards. Make a list. What do you expect from relationships?
Yes, right.
Don't expect the world to hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
Expect you have standards that you are unwavering and unwilling not to have them met.
I love that.
Right?
I love that. Yes.
Like, that's a different game. And the problem is the bar gets lowered to the level of what we expect. And if we expect hurt, if we're still stuck, then we're going to get more of the same.
Yes.
So forgiveness is allowing you, as the ultimate act of self-love, to raise the bar, open your heart, and get back to receiving the best that life has to offer you.
Yes.
Not being stuck in, oh my gosh, life means this is going
This
to
is how I
happen
react.
again and again and again.
Yeah, because Rebecca's a big proponent of saying, if you don't learn the lesson, it's going to come
Patterns
back around.
repeat until they heal.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
Right? We date the same person
You're
in different
right.
costumes. We have the same experience with bosses. We have the same experiences with friends.
You're so
our
right.
kids become our, nasty best friend from high school. Like, it repeats.
Oh my God, how do you know that that's what Avery's doing?
It
I'm
repeats.
kidding.
It repeats.
You're right. So to reach the point of forgiveness,
Mm-hmm.
okay, there's things that obviously we can start working on ourselves. Like
Well, the whole thing, again, it's a game, you with you.
You with
So
you.
Give yourself grace. Remember that you are a lover and you're supposed to love your life, love yourself, and receive all the love from the people who see you as easy to love and want to love you well.
Agreed.
Right?
Yes. So, but when the trauma happens, some of us wake up and it's the first thing we think about is that happened, that emotion.
Well, that's why
so
you
do
gotta
I immediately
call me. You
Oh,
gotta
right.
work with me. If that is the case, like, seriously.
I think that's a
right?
lot of people.
We can't, when I say it's a game you with you, that's because the work is within you.
So when we wake up and our first emotion is thinking about the bad thing, we need to
You
recognize
got
it.
to hire a coach or a therapist today. If that is how you're waking up.
But help me though, for real. Like if I
Yeah.
can't hire you, in my head I'm gonna
Yeah.
say, stop thinking that way. Today's a good day.
No,
Put
you
your
gotta
energy to
say,
the people
okay,
that love me.
Not letting it go, rejecting it, trying to push it away, because then it gets louder.
Okay.
So instead, you go, okay, I'm going to give myself grace. What is this? What is the emotion?
Why am I thinking about these people?
Get beyond the story.
Okay.
And just get to what is the emotion? Anger, grief, fear, joy, excitement. What is the emotion?
It's anger.
Okay. So if it's anger, you can literally, if you're laying in bed in the morning,
Yeah.
grab that pillow and just go off into the pillow.
And let that
So
out.
the thing about anger is it's not supposed to hurt anybody.
Right.
So don't go, I'm angry, and then go,
And then you're in a
snap at
bad
your
mood all day.
Kid or your husband or
Yes.
your spouse because I just woke up with this bad dream or
Yes.
this memory or this
That's how most of us
thought,
live.
Right?
Right.
So you can journal all of the crap, get it out of your body onto a page. You can scream into a pillow. We have a punching bag in my house.
I love that.
Right?
Okay.
But the point is, I want you to understand you get to a place of inner peace and inner calm, and it's an inner world we're wanting to focus on. The forgiveness work with the other people is so you can get back to the inner world you want to.
Because you have
instead
to
of
allow the
being
prosperity.
at the effect of the external.
Exactly.
Right?
Right.
We
right.
don't want you at the effect of the external or the past or the events.
And I love that you say you have to release that because you have to allow
You
the
have
goodness
to get it
come
out of
in.
your body.
You gotta
And
let
we
the good
do,
come in.
We have to uncover the truth about the story you're telling yourself and the world you're in to get to a place where we identify what you want instead.
Rebeccah, you're on it, girl. Okay, when we come back, some final thoughts, and I'm going to let you know how you can get coached personally by Rebeccah.
Yeah.
Kathie J.
Oakwood Homes is an official partner of the Kathie J Show. Oakwood Homes, building happiness.
Kathie J.
Welcome back to the Kathie J Show. So this whole half hour has been about forgiveness, everybody, and we've learned a lot. Everybody, this is Rebeccah Silence, our emotional coach.
Emotional healing coach.
It's very emotional when Rebeccah comes
It
around.
is, right?
So forgiving is about finding your inner peace.
Yeah.
It's really about your inner peace, okay?
Yeah.
And so explain that a little bit more about setting your boundaries and the power within you.
So what I really want people to understand is no one can emotionally impact you. And when you understand that you're the master of your emotions, and the point of forgiveness is to love yourself in your life again and to trust yourself.
Right.
Just one more time. I can't emphasize that enough. And that's how you arrive at inner peace. But when you think the world can emotionally
Yes.
threaten you,
Yes.
you're constantly going to be threatened.
Yes.
So I want you to, after today, understand you can never be threatened again if you believe that your emotions are available to you and non-threatening, and that the world's just going to show you what emotions you need to feel and process.
Gotcha.
They're not doing anything to you. Life's happening.
Yeah.
Not to us. Life just happens.
No, you're
And
absolutely
it's not
right.
happening to us, and it's not happening for us. It's just happening.
Okay, so here's the thing, though. The person that did something to us,
Did what they did.
do I have to forgive them? I mean, do I
So-
need a forgiveness back from them?
If you don't see them through eyes of compassion and innocence, you're still in the hurt. So the point isn't, again, to give them a free pass.
Okay.
It's to be able to see them as human, doing their best that may not be good enough for you.
Right.
And to get back to a place of, just because they did what they did, that doesn't mean I'm broken
Yep.
or damaged or not enough or too much or not lovable. I am going to turn the volume up on how lovable I am.
Yes.
No matter what they did. That's what I want. I want you to go home and I want you to turn the volume up all the way on the best of who you are for you, and remember it is safe to love.
Yes.
And the word forgiving has giving in it.
Yeah.
We are meant to give the best of ourselves as much as we possibly can.
Yes, we are.
All our lives. And
Yes.
that doesn't mean we're trying to be God. It just means that's how you go to bed at night.
Yeah.
Feeling awesome about yourself.
You're right. I go to bed at night. Please, Lord, make sure that you get revenge on those people for me.
Yeah. And then you wake up ready to, spit
Right.
knives.
I'm kidding.
But there are really people that feel that
No,
way
there
and
are.
do that.
I
and
know.
it
If
doesn't
you all
have to be
laugh,
that
you
way,
feel that way.
right?
Hey, but here's the thing. That is awesome, but I want to get real fast before we leave. I
Yeah.
have to congratulate you on your book.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
Coming Back to Life. You can go to RebeccahSilence.com and pre-order it now.
Yes, and
Coming Back to Life.
And earlier you touched upon this course that you just finished.
Oh my goodness.
20 years of your
I'm
experience.
I'm gonna announce it right now for the first time.
Yay.
So I've created the Emotional Survival Kit course for you. It is less than 4 hours of do-it-yourself with me. 7 episodes, 7 parts to healing with the tools that go with it to give you your life back, to beat anxiety, depression, any of the past trauma. I'm going to walk you through my roadmap that has saved my life over and over again.
I love it.
In less than 4 hours, the Emotional Survival Kit. So again, go to RebeccahSilence.com and you can start pre-ordering that course as well.
That's going to be a good course. It fits
Yeah.
your life, everybody. So also, you're going to Santa Fe.
Yeah, the other option right now, if you want to live with me for 3 days, I have clients
Who doesn't want to
asking
live
me
with Rebeccah?
all the time. Like,
Right.
okay, this is great in the session, but can you come home with me?
Exactly.
So what I have is 3 days, all people, all genders, 16 and up. Bring your spouse, bring your friends, bring your kids. We are 20 spots max, and
Yeah.
we're already selling out. Gonna, for 3 days, teach you the Emotional Survival Kit curriculum.
Oh my God.
And you get to experience being more held and loved and pampered than you can even comprehend.
RebeccahSilence.com. You can also get private coaching lessons with you.
Yeah. Join me. Let's work together. Or hire someone. I mean,
Hire
really.
someone. You
the
heard her.
forgiveness work is so important.
You got to do your own work, everybody. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Rebeccah
for having
Silence.
me.
RebeccahSilence.com, everybody.